speaking of friends, are you and if I'm wrong, are you friends with Colleen Ballinger still?
Yeah,
What do you say about that?
I've known Colleen since I was 12.
So for those that don't know, Colleen is in the middle of a kind of a.
It's tough. It's a
Colleen. What was the name of the character?
Miranda Sings.
Miranda Sings. My other daughter, went to all the concerts and everything, and she's getting accused of things.
Yes.
Which we don't have to talk about that she's accused of, but I would imagine if you're friends with her, you kind of met her when you were young.
I was 12 when I met her. And she's always been nothing but kind to me. Her family, nothing but kind to me. I think this is the first time that I've talked about this, so I just want to make sure I say my exact piece that I want to say. The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen to me. And I know Colleen very, very, very well. And I think the work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible. I think her creativity is incredible. Miranda Sings is a character, is a comedian. And I think that it's very hard to be a character where people are also looking at you as you're a real human behind that character. And I think being a comedian is very hard because you were able to do things years ago that were okay. And now that we've grown and we've matured, we've realized that they're not okay. You know what I mean?
But you, as somebody who's been in the public eye for a long time,
yes.
Do you think that it is appropriate to communicate openly with everybody that reaches out to you?
No, I don't think that communicating with fans is. You got to be careful to not.
And that's what I'm saying.
To not blur a friend-fan line. It's very tough.
And here's my question to you. Regardless of judging whatever specifically is being said that was happening, and I'm just saying this as a parent again. You said you started communicating with her when you were 12.
Yes.
Is it, you want to be a parent?
But you guys were in the same industry.
So we were
too.
in the same.
You guys were making videos and stuff together.
So
right?
we actually met because on Dance Moms, do you know Tadrick Hall?
Yes.
So on Dance Moms, Tadrick Hall had a party and invited the Dance Moms cast, and 4 of the girls went, and they discluded myself and Nia, who is another girl on the show. And we all knew Tadrick, so we were fine with that. But then Colleen, as Miranda, surprised the girls. And me and Nia were devastated because we were massive fans, and we loved Colleen and we loved Miranda. And then when the episode came out, Colleen saw how upset me and Nia were. And she reached out to Holly and was like, I would love to make this up to you guys. She was like, I was wondering where JoJo and Nia were. I had no idea that this was the case. Please, whatever you guys want. I just want to make the kids happy. I just want JoJo and Nia to not be sad anymore. And so we ended up going to dinner with Colleen, and it was me and my mom and Nia and Holly. And Colleen was telling me that night about YouTube and how her whole family did it and how it was awesome, and she vlogs her life. And that night is when I went home and I made my YouTube channel and decided that that was going to be my career, essentially. And
that's a wonderful, sweet, appropriate story.
Yes.
How is it for you now being her friend and reading some of what we read? Do you think it's all a lie? Do you think it's have you talked to her?
There have been a lot of people on the internet who have gotten hit with this cancellation. And a lot of them I know, some of them I don't know. And I look at it and I see that this is a sensitive subject. Somebody who is affected by any sort of anything having to do with adults and I mean, for real grooming it's a very sensitive thing.
You must have really young people reaching out to you now.
I mean, I do, and it's funny. Like, I realized when I hit 18, I was like, oh, this is different now. Like, because you know, you're young and you're dumb, and I was like, I need to be very careful about this.
Like, I know, like, her daughter's 9.
Yeah.
If she could right now, and she
write
watches
to you and talk to you, like
she would,
yeah.
and she would love to be your friend and love to be online.
And I'm sure you want to reach out to your fans and be like, hey, and give that back to them since they're such big fans of you.
The difference with Colleen and I is we were once I became her friend and she became my friend, and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber. And I idolized that, you know? And so throughout our friendship, we've probably filmed 100 videos together. And she's cool, you know? And I think the problem is the internet was able to capitalize off of her cancellation, and they still are, and they still are continuing to, and it's not okay because a lot of it is based off of lies, and it is
a scary place when you put yourself. It was one thing, you know, I came to television, which is totally different, and I'm new to the internet, and I kind of found it through the kids, but it is a really it's like a minefield.
It is.